Hey there, Flo here with a random IRL hike. I don't know if I'd qualify this as or if this would qualify as a hike, but I'm just gonna walk around. It's pretty cold and snowy out, but luckily there's not like a crazy amount of snow down here at the river, so I was able to get here without being stuck on the road or whatever. This is one of the only places I can get in the winter. It's pretty crazy. So, why is looks like my gimbal, oh, it's in a weird mode. Let me switch that. That should be better. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully my audio is a little bit higher than it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Whenever I did that woodworking stream, I had my microphone on the lowest gain setting, so a friend of mine let me know, and so it should be a little bit louder today. Might still be a little bit, not like super loud, but it's hard to strike a balance between picking up nicely and not being like stupid loud or whatever. So I checked the signal here and there was a signal, so hopefully I'll be able to walk around a little bit. But if I go down too close to the water, the signal might cut out, because it's kind of, a lot of ground between me and cell towers if I go down there. Thought I was fine when I first started, but my hands are getting cold already, so I'm going to put my gloves on real quick. Still haven't gotten the Bible app done yet. Not even close. It's funny. I'm kind of making it more of I probably mentioned this before, but more of a general purpose app rather than something specific for what I originally intended, which is like a live streaming tool. I'm hoping to still do that part of it, because that was the whole inspiration for even starting to work on the project, but so I hope to be able to accomplish that. But if not, it'll still be a cool little Bible app that I'll just use for my daily reading. There's a million Bible apps out there, so it's not like it doesn't really have any outstanding features, although it does have an audio Bible now, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, and speaking of audio Bibles, I found out that there's 3 people that recorded audio Bibles for the Berean Standard Bible, which is the Bible I've been reading. And according to something I read, I think they're dedicated to the public domain, all 3 of those audio Bibles, which is crazy to me, because, you have to pay. Well, you don't have to pay somebody, but I would think you'd have to pay those voice actor or reader, narrator person something. Obviously, they could have done it as a volunteer ministry thing, but one of the guys that read it is kind of one of those famous guys that seemingly has read all the different audio Bibles. I don't know his name, but he sounds really familiar when I listen to it. But anyway, it's cool. Supposedly all 3 of those are free, so I was thinking if I wanted to, I could use those for whatever. Oh man, this could be actually a little bit treacherous. There's a bunch of mud down here. I have my spikes on, so I should have decent traction, but this stuff is like really nasty, so it could slip out from under me and I could go sliding down, so I do need to be a little bit thoughtful and stay up on the part above the slope. Anyway, but I don't think I'll become one of those channels that just has the Bible going all the time, because as much as I would like to provide that, because the Bible is super important, it just wouldn't. It's not really in my opinion, what live streaming is all about, because and I don't want to speak down on anyone else's content, but I'm not particularly a fan of those 24/7 kind of playing something, whether it's music or whatever, just because it's not interactive. There's no person there to talk to and see their expression and stuff. So anyway, I don't think I'll do that myself, but I was thinking about it when I found out those audio Bibles are free. It's really cool. Hey Maid, how's it going? Saw you streaming the other day. I never remember if I like actually say anything or not. I might have just been lurking. Yeah, I think I was just lurking. I don't think I said anything. I think it was yesterday or something. Your setup is pretty cool. I like your I don't know how to describe it. It's your scrolling. Yeah, your scrolling background thing. It's cool. Yeah, when I got out of my car right around here, there was a good signal, so I'm hoping it'll hold out for a little while, but I don't know how much disruption these trees might present. I'm actually right by a road. It's like a random forest road, so it's not like I'm not in civilization. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. But speaking of that, hope you like my title, Hot Town, Summer in the City. I thought it just came to me. I thought it was cool because it's literally, I'm not in the city. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. It's not hot, it's cold. It's not summer, it's winter, so it's like perfect title for this scenario. Yeah, so what kind of content are you thinking to work on? Like once you get your setup done, what kind of stuff do you think you'll do? Guy down here probably hunting or something. Not sure what he's going for, but it's kind of cool. I might go down there too. I might sort of walk on this upper part though. I would like to go down there, but cool forest, winter in the country. That's the only part that I know. I don't know the rest of the song. Like obviously that's not the right either, but I mean I don't know the words to the rest of the normal correct song. Anyway, I would like to go down there too, but a little bit concerned that the signal will die if I go down there. But as this bank kind of joins down with that a little bit, I might try going down there. He must just be down there to... He must be just down there to shoot his gun. I can't imagine he's actually hunting. Like, he doesn't have any gear and he just has his gun, that's it. It seems really weird. I mean, he's like looking around out in the open, which I can't imagine he's gonna see a deer or an elk just like straight out there. I don't know, that's weird. Whatever. People do what people do. Hopefully he saw me, I waved at him and stuff, so he knows I'm here, but hopefully I don't like catch his peripheral. He's like, it's a deer. He also has like ear protection on, so I don't know, do hunters usually wear ear protection like that? Seems like they would want to be able to hear what's going on around them, like if they hear a deer or something of that nature. I'm not a hunter, so I'm just kind of talking out loud about stuff I don't know much about. He probably thinks I'm following him now, but I started before he did, so technically he kind of was following me. I kind of want to go down to the water right here, but like I said, I'm not sure if the signal will hold out if I go down there. I'll find some place to go down though. So, I don't know. If this bank, it seems like this bank is getting a little bit lower and closer to the water the farther this way I go. And I'm not sure how far I have to go necessarily before it like actually meets. I think I'm going to take some steps down this direction and I'll try to watch and I have a little signal meter on this app I'm using that might give me a clue if it's going to cut out or something. But yeah, no worries made. Sorry I didn't respond. Cool. Thanks for dropping by. Alright. This could also be pretty slick, but I do have my spikes on, so I think I'll be okay. Let's see. The signal is not dying yet, so I'm going to keep going. Yeah, I don't really have any particular plan in mind. I just thought I'd go for kind of a walk. If I can go all the way down here to this lower area and still have a signal, I'll just kind of walk along, sort of go where that guy was going, I guess. But hopefully he doesn't think that's too weird that I'm sort of following him and filming him. He might actually be planning to shoot something. I can't imagine he would just shoot out in the forest though. This is an area where people might actually be walking, so I don't know. I don't know much about that stuff, but whatever. He's probably kind of annoyed that I'm down here, but hey, I was here first. Thing is, like, why would there be anything here anyway, to be honest? It just doesn't seem like a place where there's actually like looks like an outhouse, or there's some kind of structure across the road, which means there could be like people over there, so I can't imagine he would shoot over that direction. I don't know if you can see that little structure right there. Anyway, seems like a weird place to... I guess I don't want to bother him. I do care about, people and not, like, annoying them. I'll let him have this space, and then I'll see if I can find a place a little bit further down the road where I'm not in his way. Problem is, I don't want to be, like, in the same general area, like, close to him enough that he... like, there's just like a perfect distance where he can still see you and not shoot in your direction, or if you're too far away but he can sort of still see you, he might mistake you for something to shoot at, you know what I mean? Okay. He seems like he's probably a responsible gun owner, though I don't really expect any issues. I might just walk on the road. I would walk through these bushes, or through the trees, but I don't know. I guess I can walk here. I don't really want to walk on the road. Kind of suck. scare something down toward him, I can be like his bird dog kind of a thing. Looks like I still have a signal. Alright, I'm kind of ahead of him now. I think he saw me through the trees, so he knows I'm here. Snow is really crunchy and pretty thick, but it's frozen enough that it's like I'm not sinking massively post-holing into it, but it is a little bit like that. Just a tad. I sink a little bit, but not terribly. Whew. Definitely sunk that step. Okay, I was trying to find the signal indicator on my screen. I couldn't see it for a second. Yeah, this is a little bit crazy. It would be kind of nice to have my snowshoes, but if I walk gingerly, I can not sink all the way down. I did bring my snowshoes like in the car, but it didn't seem like I would need them, so I just left them back there. Ooh, it's cold. The wind is like chilling my bones. I don't know if I can walk on that like area down there. It might sort of be frozen over the water. I don't want to get too close where I could break through or something. So, yeah, my hands are cold. I don't know where that guy went. I really don't understand like what people in that scenario are hoping to achieve. Not being critical or mean, it just seems like a weird spot to come down with a gun. My personal opinion. But again, I'm not a hunter, so I don't really know what the ideal conditions or situations are for that kind of stuff. Looks like people are walking down there. I think it would be okay as long as you don't get too close to the edge. Probably wouldn't break through, but there's just play it safe and stay up here for now. Not sure how far I'm gonna walk. I'll probably just keep an eye on the signal, and if it like randomly starts breaking up, I might just take that as a sign that that's as far as I'll go, and then I'll probably go back up, walk back on the road just so I don't encounter any other hunter type people. And even with my gloves on, my hands are freezing still. I did bring a bigger pair of gloves. I might have to throw those on in a minute. See, like just analyzing, he was like standing like right out there, basically. Totally in plain view. It's not like he was wearing white camouflage or something and carrying a gun and just like, what would he expect to see? I don't know. Just like out in the open, any deer that are there, I would think they would be like, whoa, let's stay away from that guy. What do I know? I actually don't know what's on the other side. Like, I'm kind of a little bit surprised that there's that little structure that looked like an outhouse or something. I don't know what that was. I didn't really think there were any. I don't think there's any like. I don't think this is private property, for example. I think it's just public land, as far as I know. I wasn't aware of there being something over there, but whatever. Don't always know what's going on. Makes me curious to go over there sometime. It's harder to get on that side of the river. Actually, no, I know what that is. I think that's a campsite or campground, if I'm where I think I am. Which is weird. Can you imagine? I mean, I know campgrounds are closed right now, but like shooting over across the water potentially and shooting into a campground. This seems weird. Seems a bit odd to me. Follow these tracks down here, maybe. I sort of wish I had my snowshoes just to, you can see how like deep these tracks are that people are sinking into the snow. That'll probably be me here in just a second, but as long as I step in those already made holes, I'll probably be okay. Plus, I'm guessing these are old tracks, because I don't find myself sinking that low. They were probably made back when the snow was actually kind of soft. Now it's pretty frozen for the most part. Very crunchy. Yeah, when I walk on the top where there are no tracks, I don't go in nearly that deep typically. Just kind of almost standing like right on top of it. You can kind of see so hard. Either that or without realizing it, I have Legolas abilities. I've talked about this before, but it's been a while, so I'll bring it up again. It's kind of funny. One of my favorite video games is Lego Lord of the Rings, and they make that very obvious that Legolas has the ability to walk on top of the snow without sinking in. They kind of do some humor with that, and I don't think I actually noticed that very starkly in the movie until I played that video game. If you watch the movie when they're going over the pass of whatever that mountain's called, where Saruman tries to cover them with snow and knock them off the cliff. Anyway, if you watch that scene, you'll notice, I just sunk through the snow. You'll notice that Legolas is like standing on top of the snow and everybody else is like chest high in it. It's kind of funny. Anyway, apparently I have a little bit of his abilities, or the snow is frozen, but you know, it's more interesting to think that I might have elf powers. I don't know how far I'm gonna go exactly. I wish there was a bridge. I wish they had more bridges here, because then you could do like loops from one side to the other. But this is not even though there's that campground there, it's not like a park or anything. It's pretty much in the middle of nowhere, so they don't have a lot of man-made, you know, kind of cool trail. I don't even think there's trails here, really. They're not official anyway. There might be kind of worn down paths where the fishermen walk to get close to the water, but there's not like official trails or anything. Still have a signal. I'll have to remember this area that I can come down here. Like once I get the Bible app going where I can show the verses on the screen and stuff, I want to come down to places like this and just read the Bible like I used to. Have the verses on the screen. So I'll have to make note of this place, because this would be a nice spot to hang out. I'd like to find a phone app that like constantly pings a server somehow without like terribly affecting your battery and signal and whatever. But it'd be cool to have some app running constantly, so when I'm walking around or driving around, it constantly checks the signal strength and records it like with GPS coordinates on a map or something, and then I could have more information without having to stop places, pull my phone out and check the signal and all that stuff. I don't know if there is such an app like that. That would be nice. Can't see the road from here, so this must, unless it's just kind of hidden behind the trees, I must be a little bit farther away from the road at this point. Glad I got out though. I haven't been hiking or walking or anything at all lately, and I need to probably at least go on a walk a week or something. Just keep my heart rate going and be somewhat healthy, in shape at least a little bit. In the summer and stuff, I go hiking all the time, typically, but I don't know, I don't get out much in the winter. It's weird how those little random pieces of ice just barely hanging on there, probably on the top of a rock or something like that. There's a ton of tracks here though, like I can't tell for 100% certain what all of them are. Some of them are elk, some of them are deer probably, and a lot of human tracks too. But I think most of these are not human tracks. Like all those down there I would guess is mostly elk going down to get water. But I don't know for sure. They look big, like the hoof prints are pretty large, so I don't think most of them are deer, because deer have way smaller prints. I still got signal. This is crazy. This whole area is pretty decent. These though are some of these are probably people tracks. I don't know. It's hard to tell. None of them are like as big as a foot though. Like you look at my foot and then you look at that hole. It doesn't look like that could be a human right there. And like that one where you can kind of see the two points to it. It's probably a big elk print or something. And there's definitely like droppings here. So I guess in that sense I can understand why people probably see all these tracks and think, oh, I could just go right on this road and go less than 50 yards away and find myself an elk or something. I'm sure there's people that have that in mind. I don't know how successful they are, but I guess unless you're hunting for survival though, that doesn't seem very interesting to me. Like there's sport hunters and then there's less people that actually, you know, get the meat and survive off it or whatever these days. But if you're into sport hunting, what fun would it be to just like barely walk at all from your car and just shoot shoot it, you know, an elk or something? That doesn't seem very interesting to me, but whatever. For once in a while I sink all the way up to my knee and I don't think I'm even hitting bottom, so I think the snow is really potentially really deep in some spots, but thankfully most of the time I'm staying on top of it. Seems like humans would have an advantage over like elk and deer in that sense, because our feet are a lot bigger and spread out, although they have 4 legs, so maybe it's similar. But they're also heavier, I would think. I don't know how heavy elk are, but they've got to be a lot heavier than most people. Yeah, for sure. Watch some videos about that stuff. It's pretty amazing. I have a friend with some goats. I don't think they're not the mountain type, but I would imagine most animals in general are way more coordinated than most humans. I was watching some fail videos recently. I'm usually not into that kind of just pointless video, doom scrolling, but I just got onto those because I was just sitting there not wanting to get out of bed, and a lot of them were like people like slipping on ice and stuff, which is kind of dumb, but just over and over again, it's like America's funniest home videos in 2025. But anyway, this horse was like slipping down this ramp, and it just kept its footing perfectly fine. I don't want to say too much because as soon as I say it, I'll fall over, but I consider myself pretty nimble on my feet just because I've hiked so much. I don't fall over that much, even on like ice and snow and whatever. Like my mom is always worried and saying, oh, you need to put like ice melt out and you don't want to slip. And she's right. I mean, obviously that would be safer, but when there's like a foot of ice on your deck, it's not really going to do much good to pour some salt on it or whatever. So I just kind of deal with it. It is very slippery, but so far I haven't fallen over. Wow, this is nice though. Still have signal? Yep, sweet. I don't think I've ever walked here, to my knowledge. This isn't looking familiar to me at all. Man, if it was summer, you could totally like, I shouldn't say, you probably can't wade across that. I think it's like too deep for that, but like right there, it just looks like not very far. Definitely easily just take a short swim and be on the other side. I actually don't even know where I'm at. I haven't looked at my map since I started, so I don't really have a concept of which. I don't have this river memorized or anything. I haven't spent that much time down here, so I don't really know how far I've gone or what the next landmark is. I think eventually it will sort of get really close to the road again, but I don't know if I'm going to end up going that far. Okay, here's some human tracks. Some recent ones too, because they're not sunk into the snow. I wonder if that guy that I saw with the gun, if he kind of disappeared. I don't know where he went. He might have like gone up on the road while I was slowly going over here, and he might end up being in front of me again. That would be kind of funny. It's like a glitch in the Matrix, pass the same guy twice in one day. Be a nice little hangout spot. I like to find these semi-permanent logs. They make good, some of them anyway, make good seating spots. I remember last year or sometime, I don't know when it was, but I did a couple Bible readings down here at the river. It wasn't anywhere close to here though. I don't know exactly where I'm at, but I'm not recognizing this area, so I don't think it was by here. I might just keep going, like as long as the signal holds out, it's like, why not? Really enjoying this because I wasn't sure if I'd have to like contend with sinking in the snow constantly, and it's really not bad at all. I'm like practically walking on the top of it. It's quite pleasant. This is pretty much how the snow is back home too. It's not quite this tall, thick or whatever, but like you can just walk right on the top of it and not sink in. But it's very slippery, like if you kind of wear down a path by going back and forth a bunch of times and compact it down even more, and then overnight it like freezes again, and it's just like a solid sheet of ice in those regular high traffic areas. I wish I could get a close-up of these crystals. It looks really cool, but I can't. My gimbal is kind of weird. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer though. Take my extender off. I might be able to get down there. I could also do my wide angle, but the image quality isn't quite as good when I do that. I'll try it just for fun here. To take my stupid glove off. Okay. Actually, I don't even think that's the widest one. I think the other camera is even wider, maybe. Sorry for the jiggling around. I was trying to get my glove back on. I didn't do any testing before I came out here because when I'm not at home, I can't really like test my stream to see whether it's working or not. I just kind of go live and hope that everything's fine, but I don't know if I'm live on Kick or not. Seems like the service I use, the restreaming service I use, is having issues with Kick for some reason. I like to be live on Kick because that's kind of where, I mean, I wouldn't say like a big part of my viewers are there or anything, but there's a few people that have, like some of the D-Live friends from the past are more likely to view on Kick than other platforms. Wow, these crystals are very pronounced here. I don't really feel like taking my gimbal extension off again, but it's pretty cool looking. Okay, thanks, Leo. I don't know why. It's weird. It's some kind of problem with the network between my Restream and Kick. I don't really think there's anything I can personally do about it either. I I already tried the things that I know how to do. I guess I could get on Discord with the, I use Aircast for my restreaming service, and I've historically had lots of problems with their service, so it doesn't really surprise me, but it's kind of annoying. I guess I'll do one more close-up of the crystal stuff while I'm here. Kind of looks like dragon scales, or I don't know what to compare it to, but some kind of skin. Alright, I have to get around this little lower bank that I've been on is disappearing right here, so I need to go up higher to avoid falling in the river. It's not on my bucket list for today. Sinking in here because there's kind of hollow areas underneath the snow because of all these bushes, so not quite as nice for walking. Good old DLive keeps getting rid of features. I don't know if it's back, but for a few days I couldn't see my follow list in the, or like the side panel that shows who's live, and so I wasn't like really watching or connecting with anybody on DLive because of that. And it seems like they're never going to bring the clips back. So weird. I was pretty disappointed at that, partially because they didn't give us a chance to download all our clips before they just like take them away. That would have been a nice courtesy. I didn't have like a ton of clips, but a lot of them that like Leo or Dale made while I was out hiking and stuff are kind of cool. Good memories. They're all gone. I was looking for one of my Pepe the Frog clips a couple days ago. I was wishing I still had that one. But they're all gone. This is a nice spot. I can't believe there's been a signal this entire time. That's crazy. I probably won't be out like super much longer because once the sun goes down and it's kind of in the shadows, it won't be as fun to be out here. And it's getting pretty low. Almost behind those trees. I didn't really think of, I can't say I didn't think of coming out, but I didn't really seriously consider going for a walk until kind of late in the afternoon, so. This looks kind of familiar. I mean, there's a lot of spots that have similar attributes, but I wonder if I've been here before. If not, I need to like make a note of this. I can't really like make a point on my map without messing up the stream, but this is a nice spot. Like it has these logs like a chair to sit on. It has those other ones, and that tree sticking out is cool. Very scenic. Actually, right back there is not too bad either. I don't have to remember this, but once again, I don't have a clue where I'm at, so. I should probably move all my map apps to my second phone, because then I could make notes on the map without killing my live stream. But I don't always have my second phone with me, so that's why I have it on my main phone. Feels like I'm in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if I passed through a portal and I'm like in Narnia now or something. Like I would have expected to not have walked this far before rejoining with the road. I still don't see the road. It might be back over there through the trees, but I don't really see it. It's gonna be a fairly decent walk back. Here's another nice spot. I could sit on that log and have a nice view of the bends in the river. This whole area is not really nice. I'm sort of in the back of my mind scouting out places where I can come back and do some Bible reading once I get the app going. So I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to go to a different IRL location each time. Like I might just find some favorite spots that I go to more regularly, but like if I were to do it, for example, like read every day or even just often, that would be unfortunately probably more than I could do as far as finding new locations every time, because that would be 365 different locations a year, and that's a lot. That would take a lot of thought and preparation, because even if I find a location, it might not have a good signal and stuff, so I probably won't like try that hard to do something like that. But I was thinking that would be pretty awesome if I did the readings and every day I was in a different spot. That would be pretty unique content. Can't see the screen at all, so can't really see what the signal is because the sun is right in my face. Looks like it's okay. Big old elk tracks here, that's for sure. Kind of getting into golden hour here. It's awesome with the sun glistening off the snow. Everything behind me is kind of not that interesting. I'm like just barely keeping up with where the sun is. As I go along, it's like becoming shadow behind me. I should have been doing the Bible readings all this time. I just thought, well, it won't take that long for me to finish this app and then I can use that. But I was pretty distracted with that project, and maybe I'll never finish it, and I will not ever get through the reading. I haven't decided, like, if I start it up again, if I'll like continue where I left off from last year, or because I stopped, I don't remember when it was, but probably around like September or something like that. Might have been October, I don't know, but stopped reading on stream, and so I'm like technically way behind in the reading last year, but I could just start like all over from scratch. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I was sort of like in the back of my mind hoping to finish the Bible app before the end of the year, and then like, well, even I thought I would finish it like in November or something, and then I would like blast through the reading really quick to try to finish it before the end of the year. But that definitely didn't happen, and so now that I'm well into January, I kind of feel weird about finishing off. I don't know. I don't have a lot of viewers that are really into that, so I would ask my viewers, you know, what they wanted me to do. If I had a bunch of people joining in with me as I'm reading, I would definitely consider what they are interested in, but I really don't have that many people watching, so I'll just make a decision about it. Nice colors. I wish the exposure would adjust for the sky, because it's starting to get a little bit of color in the sky, but it's always like overexposed for that. I could set it on manual exposure, but I would have to change it all the time, and it's kind of a hassle. Gone a fair distance. I think if you actually look on a map, it's probably like only a mile or something. It's definitely less than 2 miles. I'm going super slow, but it feels like I've gone a fair amount. I think I might be getting close to the area where the road is rejoining. I see kind of a flat area over there. I wouldn't be surprised if that could just be a big log that fell over, but it's possible that I could be getting close. I guess I could just look at my GPS real quick and get a clue. Kind of nice just to know how long I'm gonna plan on going here. I don't even know where my GPS is. Oh crap, I left it back there. I don't think I've had it this whole time. Oh man, that sucks. I hate when I do that. I might have to like try to reconstruct this one just for fun. I'm so annoyed at myself. I think I didn't bring it with me. I think I left it in the car. That sucks. I'm gonna turn I left it in the car, I think. Super annoying. Hate it when I do that. Sometimes, I should always do this. Sometimes I like record a secondary track with my phone, just so that in case something happens. I wish I would have done that today. Wow, okay, I'm looking at my map on my phone. I'm actually very far from the road. Oh man, that's funny. That's cool though. I don't think I've ever hiked here before, so The thing that sucks about it is that I won't have like a track recording to like remember where I was. I'm gonna try to recreate this one. I don't know how it'll be possible, but sometimes I can do it from, like if I take enough pictures, I know the timestamps of the pictures and can kind of figure out where they were taken. But I have the whole video, but the video doesn't necessarily have exact timestamps on it. I don't know. Yeah, I have a bunch of like GPS recording apps on my phone. I just didn't start recording, so it really annoys me when I do that though, because I like to like record all my hikes and stuff. It sucks. Oh well, there's nothing I can do about it now. How's the signal? Signal's still holding out. I guess I'm gonna try going a little bit faster because now that I see where I'm at on the map, I need to like, if I'm gonna get somewhere before it gets dark, I need to go a little bit faster and try to zoom through some of this. I'm really far from anything except for the river, of course. I want to finish it though, so I'm gonna continue following the river until it goes back around this giant peninsula that I'm circumnavigating. Not very many tracks in this area as far as like people tracks. There's a few animal tracks. Oh, that's so annoying that I didn't bring my GPS. I have this habit of putting it up in the dashboard when I'm driving, because I sometimes record my drive as I'm approaching a destination, just so I remember how I got there and all that stuff. But because of that, it's very easy to just forget it up on the dashboard. I think that's what I did. Sucks. I don't know why that thing's rotating so much. Okay, keep going. Yeah, my GPS is pretty big though, so I wouldn't be able to do that. The reason I put it up in the dashboard is the car itself, just the metal in the car, can disrupt the signal and stuff, so that's why I keep it up in the window, so that while I'm driving it'll keep a record of my drive. I mean, I don't record all my drives by any means, it's just when I'm approaching a hiking destination. I'm just annoyed that I left it. I haven't been going on very many hikes at all. Oh, here's some cool crystals. I haven't been going on very many hikes, and I like to record all my hikes. I put them on a big old map, and so I know all the places I've been, but I'll have no record of this hike. I mean, I just started a recording, but like I'm like an hour into my hike, so it's not very useful. I can make a fake, actually I've made some Excel spreadsheets where I can fill in the blanks on tracks, but so I can kind of fake it. It won't be like super accurate, but I can make like a GPX file based on the recording that I have, and if I can figure out approximately when I started the hike, I know that I pretty much followed the shape of the river, so I'll just put like a line, close to the edge of the river, Won't be like super accurate, but at least I'll have some kind of record. It's weird how some of these footprints have all these crystals growing on them, but most of the footprints don't. Like, look at these ones, there's nothing. But for some reason, like this one, the perfect condition for crystal growth. Alright, I can go a little bit faster when I'm out in the open like this, not having to contend with trees and stuff. Just have to be careful not to like stomp my feet and break through this snow. Still, I think I have full signal this whole time. I set my bit rate at 6,000, which is higher than I usually aim for on IRL streams because there's usually not good enough signal for that. But I think it's pretty much staying at, close to that the whole time. It's very cool. I wonder if they put a new cell tower up or something. I'm actually kind of surprised at how good this has been. I'll go over by the river just to get a view for a second. These are cool bushes. Oh, I heard something, but since I have my earbud in, I kind of can't hear that well. I think some ducks just took off. This is my kind of stuff. I love these little islands. I might see if I can get out to one just for fun. It looks like I could almost jump right there. Let's try that just for an added bonus adventure. See if I can get out there. The water's really low, I think. Normally it could be up all the way to this grass stuff, but it's way out there. Whoa. Hopefully they don't break the dam. Release the river while I'm out here. Okay, yeah, I can definitely make that jump, but I can have to take a bit of a running step or two. My knees aren't that great these days, so it'll be a Hard landing. Okay, made it. If you ever need inspiration for like drawing or something, just look at random nature stuff. Like something I used to do is looking at rocks, finding patterns in them, but then like these, you know, these shapes, you can see like creatures or shapes that you might not normally think about. I just find this stuff quite fascinating. Alright, I think I'm sort of standing on top of water here, so I might break through if I'm not careful. Sweet. I'm glad I came out here. It's fun. Basically, like, maybe not quite halfway, but I mean, I'm not much closer to the side I came from than the other side, so I'm out pretty far on this gravel bank. Get some really cool stuff, like you could just set up a camera here and get some nice bee footage, backgrounds, nice peaceful sounds as well, if I stop talking for a minute. Okay. Mesmerizing stuff. Alright, probably head back and keep going before it gets dark. Yeah, I could just sit out here. Some really cool crystal formations and stuff. Hey, Hi-Res. Yeah. I believe it is, as far as I know. Okay, I gotta do a running jump to get across this little channel back where I was. Hopefully not get my feet wet. Oh, okay. Let's see, where did I come down? I guess that would work. This would work anywhere. Yo, Hi-Res, how's it going? I was sort of looking to see if you were streaming recently. I don't have that many people that I watch on DLive still, but occasionally I lurk in your streams, and ever since DLive got rid of the following panel on the left, I couldn't tell who was online, and I'm usually too lazy to scroll all the way down through the page these days, so Friday evening, nice. Cool. There's where I was, out on that little island thing there. Just jumped across. Yeah, nice. It was about a month for me. I did a stream a couple days ago, but before that it was pretty much like 29 or 30 days straight without streaming. Hey, J4 were, let's see, what would the 4 might be an like Jower, perhaps. Jawer. Yeah, I just haven't felt inspired. I don't know. The working following. Yeah, I know. Is it? Oh, so is it working now? Because it was like several days where it wasn't working. I just kind of gave up on it. Even this grass, it looks kind of destitute or dismal, but there's something cool about it, like the colors, the contrast. Looks interesting. Okay, cool. Now if they could only bring the clips feature back, then I'd be pretty happy. I don't really use clips, but all the clips that I have from over the years were still on there. I seriously doubt they're going to bring the old clips back, so I'm guessing that was lost forever, but kind of sad. This is a cool scene right here. That looks awesome. Yeah, I don't know. When they got rid of them, they kind of gave the impression, I don't remember exactly what they said, but they kind of gave the impression they were working on it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really ever believe what they say anymore, but oh, there's a couple guys up here. Just pass them along. Howdy.
How's it going?
Good, how are you? Good. You guys are all geared up?
Oh yeah.
Finding anything?
No, we're just getting here.
Yeah. Is this like a good time for hunting and stuff? Like,
yeah,
it is?
Yeah, it's the tail end of the season. It's our last weekend before the season
Oh, okay.
closes, so
That makes sense.
It before we can't anymore for like 9 months. So.
Yeah. Nice. Well, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, humans. Wasn't expecting that. That's cool. I think I am getting close to the end of this little traverse around this peninsula. I don't know how to act normal. What's that? Probably had a huge snot hanging out of my nose too, because since I'm carrying my gimbal and my hiking pole, I can't really monitor my snot situation. I know. That's crazy. That's kind of more what I would expect though. Maybe not quite that big of a pack, but like the first guy I saw early in the stream, he literally just had regular clothes on and had his gun. It was weird. But yeah, I don't know what you would do with all that gear necessarily. But I imagine it takes, like if you actually get a deer, it's quite a process to like clean it up and all that stuff. And you gotta have something to like attach it to take it out and all that. I don't know much about it. My brother-in-law is a pretty avid hunter and his boys, but I've never done it myself. It's not my kind of thing. I just like enjoying the beauty of nature, going on hikes, finding new spots to visit. That's interesting though. So it's like kind of the end of hunting season or something. So it's kind of like the last days for them to get it in. That makes a lot of sense. That explains why I saw, more than one hunter on the same day. Typically, like, I don't see anybody out here at all. So there's another good hangout spot. Oh, I could probably, okay, I'm gonna stop here for like at least 30 seconds, maybe a minute or two, so that I can use this as a reference point when I'm trying to fill in the blanks on my GPS recording. Because if I stay in one place for, you know, a certain amount of time, it will show up as a paused spot. I can track that and then sort of figure out how to go backwards. And then I can sort of link it up with my video at this point, like take the timestamp of this point in my video, this place where I stopped, and then extrapolate in reverse to sort of recreate the track that I took. It won't, like I said, it won't be super accurate at all, but it'll be, you know, give me some reference point. I'll probably forget to go back and do that because I'm so far behind in like doing anything with my recordings and stuff that I'll probably just forget all about it and not do that, not like retrace my steps or whatever. I might do that when I get home though, while it's still fresh in my mind. Nice bend in the river up there. That should be pretty scenic. This might be close to where I might start back on the road though, because I don't want to be out too late when it gets dark. Oh, sick. That's very nice. Those angled trees. I'm guessing most of these logs down there are kind of underwater though, like when the water's up to its normal level, so I wouldn't necessarily be able to like sit down there and hang out and do a live stream. It's probably completely underwater normally, but certainly this time of year I could. But I'm not planning any hangout sitting around streams today though. I just kind of wanted to maybe mark a couple points in my mind as possibilities for the future. That looks awesome over there though. Yeah, so I think I'm probably going to head up this hill here pretty soon. Maybe I'll go over to that bank over there and then head up from there, because I don't want to be out here too late, because I have to walk all the way back too. I am going to walk on the road, which will be a little bit faster, but still. Got some nice prints of plants in the mud there. Fresh prints of Bel Air, if you catch my drift. Walking in the mud right now, and I have my spikes on, which are probably going to be like filling up with this mud, so I'll probably have huge clods on my feet when I get out of here. That's really pretty. I'm really happy I came out though. I could have just sat at home, which was kind of my plan. I didn't really Wasn't thinking of coming out till just the last second, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let's go somewhere. Really happy I did. It's the perfect day for it. It's really cold, but there's no precipitation. The sun is out and the sky is blue. Just perfect. Oh, there's a car up there. So the road must be nearby. I'll probably head up that direction. I think I made it pretty much around the peninsula thing that I saw on the map. But I'll find out when I get back. But I would guess I might have gone 2 miles max. I don't know. It's harder for me to track how long it was. I've been streaming for an hour and a half, but I stopped a few times and I was going pretty slow because of the snow. I mean, I would be very happy if I went 3 miles, but I seriously doubt it. It doesn't seem likely. But I do have to go back, but the way back is going to be a lot shorter. Instead of like following the contour of the river with all its bends and turns, it'll be more of a straight shot on the road. So it definitely won't be anything like doubling it, the distance or anything. That looks sick on my screen. Just the lighting, it almost looks fake. All right, I think I will head up toward this truck, mainly just because if they're able to drive out here, then I'm guessing the road must be pretty close. Yeah, I think so. It's hard to say though. There are a few like roads. Yeah, here's one of those roads. I don't think this is the road. But it could be. Like the main road, I mean. I think maybe this is the road. That'd be crazy. Yeah, I bet this is. I was expecting there to be like an offshoot from the main road to get down here. I can't tell if that's like an offshoot from the main road or if that's the road itself. My guess is that this is like an offshoot, but I don't actually know. I guess I'll keep streaming for now. Like the road, the way back will be kind of dull compared to what we just experienced, but like I have my camera, there's a signal. May as well, I guess. I wonder if those guys were outfitted to like spend a night out here or something. I've never seen a backpack so huge. Okay, yeah, that was like a little side trip from the road. This is the main road out here, I think. It's a nice little spot. It's nice that I have my spikes on. I can just walk confidently. I don't have to like worry about falling over. still pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, not like, yeah, there's no like town or city right around here. These are like forest roads. There are some like kind of luxurious neighborhoods out on some of these roads. People with vacation homes or whatever. And some people, probably live out here full time. Yeah, it'll be fun. I might try to actually do some GPS detective work when I get back. I don't think I'll be like super thorough, but just a little exercise in trying to get that track recreated from whatever information I have. Because I'm super annoyed at myself that I left my GPS in the car. And I should have had enough foresight or planning to start my phone recording like I normally do. I just absent-minded. I haven't been hiking much lately, and so my normal routines just weren't just like on the top of my brain. Live and learn. Probably won't record the entire way back though, because there's, I don't know that, well, actually, let me think about that for a second. If I did that, would that help me in my GPS strategies? Then I would have, no, I don't think so. It doesn't really matter, because I'll have the recording on the GPS itself going up to that point, and it'll just be like paused there for like an hour and a half. So I'll know where I started. I just won't have the details between the two spots. By the way, if anyone gave me a lemon earlier, I'm not suggesting, trying to imply that you should. I appreciate it. I think my alerts don't work for that stuff when I'm doing this type of streaming. So, like the other day, just as an example, when I did that wood cutting stream, I noticed that Leo left a lemon, and I failed to notice it while I was live. So, appreciate that, Leo, if you're still here, and if anybody else did the same, I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge it. It's one of the shortcomings of this app that I use. It doesn't seem to pick up some of that stuff. I need to go through and reconfigure all my streaming stuff, because whenever I haven't been streaming for like a month or two, I sort of am not up to speed with all the latest updates on the software and stuff, and they might have fixed some of those things. It's just so loud. I don't even know if you can hear me talking. It's so stinking loud with the crunchy feet. At least you get to experience what I'm experiencing. I'm purposely stepping on that ice a little bit because I don't really want to get a bunch of mud on my shoes. Looks like that might potentially normally be like kind of a road or one of those little paths you can get to go down to the river. It's hard to tell when it's covered with snow. I'm really thankful for the people that have awesome vehicles, and they just like clear these roads by, being out here frequent enough that they keep it, drivable. I wasn't sure if I could find a place to pull off the road to start my adventure, but there were quite a few of those little offshoots or parking areas. They're not really parking areas, but they're like side roads or just paths that enough people have gone down there through the years. It kind of makes a permanent clearing. Most of them aren't even on the map. So you can't just look at the map and say, oh, there's a access to the river at this point, let's drive till we get to that. It's kind of, you either have to remember from being there before or just kind of experience it when you're driving. You see the entrance, just take it. Wow. Oh man, I bet I didn't even go 2 miles because I think I'm seeing, maybe not, but I think I'm seeing where I started already. That's crazy. It might not be the same spot, but it kind of looks like it might be. It's probably like 1 mile. 1 mile and an hour and a half. One of these days I'd like to see if I can get up onto any of the buttes or the hills around here this time of year. I think I would have to use my snowshoes though. Yeah, that's it. I'm like literally already almost all the way back to where I started. That's crazy. It's probably less than a mile. Although I think it would be, maybe it's less than a mile going back, but I think the trip that I took out was longer just because I had to twist and turn around the rivers and stuff. I'm sure overall, though, it's probably less than 3 miles out and back. Maybe 2 miles total. Yeah, since I'm almost all the way back, I'll just get a quick view at the end. There was kind of a nice shot of the river where I started, so I'll show that and then I'll end the stream. I think these might be cougar tracks, either that or a very big dog. It's a nice clearing here. end with this and head on out. I'm really glad I came out, and thanks everybody that joined for the adventure, even if you're just lurking. I always appreciate the company. So yeah, I will see you all next time. I guess I'll do my standard quick selfie at the end here, if I can figure out how. All right, see you guys. Thanks again. I don't know when the next stream will be. I'm not really shooting for any kind of schedule or frequency, but I'll, stream from time to time. I don't know if I'll ever get back to being as regular as I was before, but we'll see. Just play it by ear. I will catch you all later. Thanks again.